Welcome to my channel, Lady Mannequin with you. And today I want to show you the t-shirt that I'm going to change the front. And the reason that I want to change the front, because I don't like pictures on the front. So what I did is I took the ruler and I draw straight lines all around. Let me show you the lines here. Let me see if you can see the lines that I draw. I draw the lines with soap that I'm using, that I can wash it off. And I'll try to change the appearance. I have an old pants that I don't wear. The reason is again weight. So I found a piece, and even though that a pants by himself look good, and the t-shirt it's different, it's cotton and it's a little bit stretch. The pants camouflage, the fabric, they almost no stretch, but I decided that I don't like the way that it is, so I do wanna change. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna take the t-shirt under the sewing machine, and I will show you what I do. Try not to cut the front, because when you cut in the front, then you need to match all the corners, and it here what I mean, trying to all the corners here, and it's hard work to do, and especially if you are working on the different fabrics. So I like to do appliques, and I don't buy appliques, I do it home. So I will go on the sewing machine and I will show you how easy it can be done. Well, I like, before I do applique, I like to pin. So what I did is I did pin the pins. I'll try to show you closer that you can see. I put the pins on the place that I want to do the applique, and now I'm gonna go on under the sewing machine and I will show you the process. All right, I'm back and I'm under the sewing machine. I put the stitch on the zigzag, and not the big zigzag, it's 2.0. I'm stitching at a straight line. It is important that you should match the threads, and match the color of the threads, especially on top. I'm stitching. Be careful, there is pins, not to sting yourself. And I'm going and I'm stitching close to the edge. Time to time I'm checking the stitch. If stitch it's not so good, I'm gonna go and do on top of it and fix the stitch. When I came to the corner, the needle down, it is important that you should have control of what you're doing. And I'm going up. take this pin out because it's out of the way. It's on my way. At the corners, I like to slow down a little bit, you know, to see and check if everything's okay. And I'm gonna go on the other side. I do take pins that on my way, that not gonna go under sewing machines, because I use longer pins. It's easy for me. And I'm gonna put the pins a little bit away, but I need to keep the fabric together, so it's gonna stay in till I don't gonna need them. Well, I came to the last corner, and again, see and check what you're doing. It is important that you should do all of it, 4 sides, before I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next. I am gonna do back and forth. Hold it quiet. A little bit back, and I'm gonna get myself to the corner. I'm turning around, and I need to indicate where I'm gonna do again the stitches, because when you're doing just the edge stitches, you still need to secure, because this fabric and the other fabric will separate themselves, and my applique gonna hang, you know, fall down. So I'm trying to secure it. By doing this. This is what I'm doing in the middle. I'm going straight up again. I didn't draw the lines because of the experience that I know that I can go straight. Turning around and going on top of the stitch that I did. I'm gonna find my destination that I need to do. I will turn around and do the straight stitch down. Right, I don't know if it's enough stitch that I did, so I'm gonna check. I want to be sure the fabric won't separate. So if you're sure the fabric won't move, So you do back and forth a little bit and take out of the machine. I do cut the threads right away when I am sewing. I don't like to deal with them later. So it is important when you cut them right away. I don't like to deal with them later on, even if whatever it is, I don't like to look for them. I like to get rid of them moment that I start stitching, you know, or after I stitching right away. This I'm sure that I don't need to deal and I don't need to struggle with them. So we're gonna go and I'm gonna iron. I'm gonna show you how it needs to be done. All right, at this point I am done working under the sewing machine doing the zigzag stitch. I did took it to the iron, and the last thing to do is to trim all the leftovers that I'm going to do. I will try to be the accurate as possible. I'll show you how you can trim those ends of the threads of the fabric that was hanging there. You have to be careful. Don't go too close to not to cut the fabric, because if you're going to damage the fabric, then it's not very fun. Well, I did trimmed all the leftovers of thread that were hanging there, and look how work look very nice, very clean, very neat. And now I can wear this t-shirt without having picture or cartoon. That I have nothing against the cartoons, but I just don't like too many details on my clothes. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you can stay beautiful, make clothes, fix clothes, upcycle, recycle, invent something. As long as you're making something, you will look beautiful, you will feel better. And I hope to see you next time. So long.